Hello and welcome to the Anne of Green Gables virtual exhibit. This is a VR experience. This one is accessible from keyboard and mouse. It is currently being done over Minecraft, and I have my partner here just to demonstrate how this game can also be a multiplayer game. And this exhibit as well will be able to have two people go through it, or multiple people, or single, however you wish to approach the game. There will be different options. So right now we started off in the home village, and this is simulating Matthew's carriage ride. I cannot get horses unfortunately in Minecraft, but I am using this sort of this railway track to simulate what Matthew's carriage ride would be like. That would be one of the monthly functions that are available throughout this experience. So right along here, you're going to see that we come off of Matthew's carriage ride, which it has like a natural pause. So right here, you're able to see that this is actually the Anne of Green Gables Museum that we replicated. And then in the distance there, you'll see the house. While we know it isn't L.M. Montgomery's birthing house or where she was raised or anything like that, it does simulate a lot of her life experiences. And they do have a lot of features in there that do include like her bedroom or certain books and things like that. Here we have the Lake of Shining Waters, similar to Matthew's carriage ride. It's supposed to serve a function of being one of those monthly features that encourage that continued return to the game. Similarly, even just being able to interact with people in this game, in this aspect, also is really important as it demonstrates this kind of multiplayer aspect that really encourages people to return back and bring friends and things like that to engage with this exhibit. So you do a little paddle out, there's a canoe, and then you'll come back on out, and you can really take as much time. You kind of have a free world game, so if you want to explore, you can take the time of which you'd like. Right along here, like it is in PEI, there's quite a lot of pastures and things like that. So here we have a wheat field, and this right here is entry into the house. While it says here L.M. Montgomery's house, it's more or less just the museum. We do know that it isn't actually her house. So for example, we're including the gift shop in here. It will be more detailed, of course, if it was more developed. But we're just showing off little things, like we're saying like this is like the original story of Anne of Green Gables, ideas like this is her bookshelves, and then you'll see right over here on the left, you'll see this idea of raspberry cordial, which is really constant throughout the text. You'll see just around in the corner, you will encounter like the bedroom space that people have said, like that people envisioned that Ellen Montgomery's house was similar to. So we're kind of going based off of just like very basic ideas at the moment, just because it is the initial beginning of the text. But we are staying true to what, for the most part, what it looks like. And something we're really trying to demonstrate here is that you are able to interact with the exhibit directly. So for example, like the ability to go and see what the bed is like hop on past the fences, which is something you're not exactly able to do in a physical exhibit. Right along here, we're going to head on over to the Anne of Green Gables museum. We were unable to fit Anne of Green Gables just because of space, and that is something we also would like to do. So if we were to do this officially, it would be on a much larger scale. But what we're intending with this barn right here is to demonstrate the idea of the schoolroom, which remains quite true to the text itself, which would most likely include in later dates like NPCs like Gilbert and teachers and things like that, and Diana, and just kind of integrating the ideas of the actual story along with the museum to make it really interesting for fans of the text, along with people who are interested in the history of Ella Montgomery. So that's why we're having two separate buildings. So the Anne of Green Gables Museum would feature the barn one would feature the stories, and then the house one would feature ideas of her home life, Ellen Montgomery's home life. Over here as well, to stay true to the actual exhibit, is Matthew's carriage ride goes along the red pastures, which are just slightly off of the property. So we're just featuring that, trying to remain quite true to what actually exists in the current exhibit, and how that transfers. Here you're just seeing, we're just doing an extensive run through of what the Lake of Shining Waters is, how large it is, because it is quite a large aspect that is associated with this text itself. And you'll see the reason why we're doing the boat is because of fans will know her speech of the Lady of Shalott and how she almost drowns and things like that. So that's what we're really trying to integrate and make it engaging for fans and for people who are new to the game, as they have these immersive abilities to interact directly with the game itself. As you can also see, I have picked my own name tag, which other players will be able to do as well. It will just have to be, it is everything in this game is censored. So for example, my name is Eva, so my name here is Evalita, it's just a nickname I've had. Similar here, my partner who is playing the game, and you're seeing it from his POV, his is Steve Harvey. So you kind of see, like, you have the ability to play with the names and things like that, just to make it more interesting and just have your own spin and your own way of interpreting and playing with the game. So for example, if you wanted to, you could be called Anne. If you wanted to, you could be called Gilbert and things like that. So here you just get one final look at what the museum and the house looks like, and right in here we're coming into the village itself. In the village, it's kind of like the hub for discussion. So this is where people will come, because I would like to encourage people to, when they're visiting the museum itself, to engage with the museum, to see what's inside of it. But when they come to this village center, they're able to talk with each other. For example, through this text feature. So we do censor the exhibit, of course, to make sure that there's no inappropriate words. And so what we'll end up doing is we demonstrate here that you cannot say bad words. They are blurted out. And this also helps people to engage. Like, they'll say, oh, like, what is the significance of raspberry cordial in the house? Or things like that. So we'll be able to really engage with others throughout this exhibit. And you're also able just to kind of wander around and see what exactly exists within this exhibit, what the village is like, and just other ideas like that. And really, there's no restraints on this game. You can kind of go through it as long as you'd like or as short as you'd like. But we really want to encourage this idea that you run the game yourself, so you go through it yourself.